Hello everyone, this is Perfect Daze here and welcome to my channel. My question today is, what would you declutter if you were moving? Okay, so I'm not moving, but one of my friends is, and also I've been watching a lot of people move on YouTube and it seems really fun and exciting. And one of the fun and exciting aspects of moving, I think, is that you don't have to take everything with you and you get to start fresh again somewhere else. And so for those of you who are new to my channel, I have been on a minimalism journey. So I have decluttered and gotten rid of a lot of different things. And I want to continue on that path because the more that I declutter, the more simplicity and clarity I get. And so I want to continue on with that, but it is getting a little bit more tricky because I do have fewer things. So I was looking into my closet and thinking, what is it that I not just only like, but I really love? And I have come up with a pile of clothes that I am thinking about getting rid of. And I thought I would go over them with you so that we can do this together. Okay, so these things I've already put in the giveaway pile, but I want to sort of hold them up and talk about them so I can explain more clearly why it is I'm letting go of them, and perhaps it'll give me insight into some of the patterns that I have that is leading me to having to declutter so often. Okay, so the first thing is really simple. It's this over here. It's actually it looks like granny panties, right? But it actually is a high-waisted swimsuit bottom, and this actually came with a swimsuit set that came with like this, a skirt and like the top. And I don't feel like the high-waisted swimsuit looks that great on me. And so I am not needing this anymore. Okay, so the second thing that I'm getting rid of is this over here. And this is a pair of shorts. I prefer shorts that look like this. And so I'm letting go of this. I feel like I have a tendency to want to buy things that I think fit me, because when I was younger and they didn't have extended sizing, it was really hard for me to find clothes that fit. And so when I find clothes that fit, I am very tempted to purchase it. And the other temptation I have with purchasing things is that I tend to buy things like as a whole outfit. And so I bought a top to go with these jeans, and because it was sort of like this complete whole set, that is why I purchased this. But overall, I feel like I like the shorts that I'm wearing a little bit better. These are the A Goldie shorts, and I also have like the H&M version of these shorts as well. So I'm letting go of these ones. The next thing that I'm letting go of, I actually had for a very, very long time, and I was really unsure about it. So this is a ribbed tank top, and if you remember, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, everybody was wearing the racer back tank tops. I think people used to call them razorbacks, but then it's a racer back because I think racers, I guess it kind of has that style. So I've been wearing this in the past to do yoga and Zumba classes, but now I have some new stuff I bought last year that is a little bit more cropped. You can see this is really long, and I could still wear this and it's actually still fairly flattering, but the blue color, which was the reason why I purchased this 10 years ago, no longer feels like very current. And so I feel like when I look into my closet and I see this blue, it's not a blue that I like anymore. It does really stand out when you are working out and it feels really good. But overall, I like the sort of like the black, white, gray palette that I have now in terms of workout clothes. So I'm going to be letting go of this. But this, I feel like I purchased this for maybe $20 and it's lasted so long. So this is a good one. Okay, so the next thing I'm letting go of is this, and I had thought about this for a really long time. This is a very beautiful dress I wore for a special occasion, and the special occasion actually didn't last that long. It was mostly, for photographs, and it's a really pretty dress. As you can see, it has like this stretchiness at the bodice, and it's got these beautiful translucent sleeves. But the problem is that it's a little too see-through, and I know I did wear it, but even with the proper underwear, as you can see here, it's very see-through. And what's interesting is that this was, I wouldn't say expensive dress, but it was definitely not inexpensive. And I find that sometimes the more expensive something is, the more they like to do like thinner fabrics because maybe it has a very airy, dainty feel to it. But I like to have my fabrics be a little bit thicker just because we don't want underwear or undergarments to be showing. And yeah, and so I think this would look beautiful on somebody else. Speaking of sort of like special occasion dresses, I also have this dress here. As you can see, I really like white dresses. I like the color white in general. This white dress is really nice because it has a bit of a long sleeve to it. I really like dresses that have long sleeves, but where I live, they don't make a lot of dresses with long sleeves. And I don't know why, because it gives a very beautiful, like modest look. Anyway, so this dress can be worn like this, or it can be a little bit off the shoulder, and it's A-line and it's perfect for summer. And the reason I'm letting this one go is because it's very tied to a special occasion that I also wore this to. And I have a lot of photos with this dress, but I just don't want to wear the same dress again. And also I have lost a little bit of weight, and so this looks a little bit bigger than it did when I wore this dress. Okay, so this is going into the giveaway pile. Okay, so the next thing that is in the giveaway pile that I'm not really sure about, but here it is. This is just a shirt that has like puffy sleeves, and I've worn it a couple of times or shown it a couple of times in my videos. And I also have this in the cream color. If I find a picture, I'll insert it over here. And I like in the cream color because it looks like the color does look right. This looks like, I'm not sure about the pink. Like one of my favorite colors is pink, but this is looking, I'm not sure, not quite the right pink. And so I'm thinking of letting this go. Otherwise, it is good quality. I've washed it several times. I've worn it a lot of times, but I feel like maybe it is time to let go of this shirt. The next thing that is in my giveaway pile is this, and it's very interesting because it kind of looks like what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing a cropped hoodie, and it has like the drop sleeves on the side, and it is like this waffle kind of material. And I like the waffle kind of material because, as I was saying before, I like material that, even though it doesn't look like it's supposed to be thick, to be a little bit thick, because then it's not a see-through. And so there's this hoodie, and it is sort of like the same waffle knit material, but the cut is a little bit different. I have like the zip up hoodie version of this, and I like that the bottom is sort of like finished off. As you can see, like it looks different from the rest of it. This one has a hem that is finished as well, but it's not as obvious. And also when I bought this, I thought it would look good over top of a dress, and I feel like it's not quite the right brown color. And so what I'm guilty of is buying things that have elements of things that I like. So I assumed that I would like it, like the waffle knit, and also purchasing it with like a complete outfit, when really it was just something that I kind of like okay, but not really love. So I think I am going to let go of this one as well. And then another thing that's hard for me to let go is the things that are made really well, especially since it feels like things aren't made super well nowadays. And so I've had this top also for, I think, 7 years. And so this is a Wilford top from the Aritzia brand. And it is this like, kind of like this flowy top. It's like a Bardot top. Remember when that was like really popular? I think that it's really well made. It washes well and it looks really elegant. The thing that I'm unsure about is with Bardot tops is that, like, you know, when you wear these off the shoulder tops, it always feels like something's squeezing you in the shoulders. And it's like pushing, like sometimes it pushes up, almost like a peasant top or like a puffy sleeve top that isn't made to fit exactly you, right? And so I feel like for the reason why I don't reach for this is because of that inconvenience of the wanting it to flip. And so I'm not sure about this one again, but one of the obstacles of getting rid of things could be because something is really nicely made and we know that they're not so nicely made anymore. And last but not least, I have this shirt over here, and I really do like the shape of this shirt. And in fact, I have a couple of these ones in white. It is like a Henley top, but it has puffy sleeves, and it's made out of a simple cotton and I think a little bit of spandex in there. And this is a really good basic. I like the basic in white, and I also have it in red. But this green color, while it is really nice, for whatever reason, sometimes I look in my closet and I see a color and I get a little bit tired of it. So the reason for letting go of this is that I am a little bit tired. I'm reflecting on all the things that I have talked to you about. I feel like my pitfalls are I get tired of certain colors, or if the color was never right. If a garment is attached to a strong emotional memory, sometimes you want to keep it or you don't want to keep it. When something's good quality, but it doesn't suit you for whatever way, like the fit isn't quite right, it is difficult to let go of. I have a tendency to buy things that I think I would like because there's elements of things that I like, but I don't actually love the item. And usually that item is a part of a whole outfit I'm trying to complete, when maybe it's just better that I buy the item that I love and pair it with something that I already own. And I will be packing this up and then donating with a few other things. I have a couple of smaller things that need to go, but they're not worth talking about. I hope this helped you and that it motivates you to look through your things. I think that the mindset of looking at things through the lens of, if you were moving, would you bring this with you, is a good question to ask, because it's another level of filtering out your things. I know that there's something called the Swedish death cleaning method, and that method is to think about what you want to leave behind when your time on earth is done. And sometimes I feel like thinking it from that perspective is a little bit much for me. And so I am currently interested in thinking about okay, if I were to actually move someplace else, what would I bring with me and what would I leave behind? And the things that I would leave behind, I feel like I could probably let go of now, even though I am staying put. Thank you again for spending your time with me. And until next time, I wish you all perfect days. Bye.